legends, and well, another W. Finally a W for Team the West. I know the MMA Guru is going to do a video on this. I understand. I don't care. I need to cover this as well. Because what has happened today is exactly what I have been asking for ever since Tom Aspinall got poked in the eye. Finally, some actual evidence from a Western doctor has been received by the MMA fan base, and Tom Aspinall has been completely vindicated. Team Aspinall, Team the West, Team Chads, we will be accepting apologies. This afternoon's stream, since we don't have the top 10 picks to do, this afternoon's stream will just be me sitting here in the chair, just accepting apologies from the chat. Because Tom Aspinall wasn't a quitter, just because his eye hurt. We've got serious medical findings as to why Tom Aspinall had to step out of the cage, why the fight had to get stopped. He didn't choose for the fight to get stopped. It had to happen. Let's look at it now. Let's look at our vindication right now. Team Aspinall posted the doctor's findings, the confirmed clinical findings. Now, why did we need these confirmed clinical findings? And why is it such a big deal for Team the West? Well, because Tom Aspinall, he got poked to the eye by Ciryl Gane. Then he gets moved to the Abu Dhabi doctors over there. And they tell him that there's no permanent long-term damage. Right? Then he flies back to England 3 days later. And we don't hear from any British medical professionals. We just hear from his dad. We just hear from his dad that he's still blind in one eye and he's got 50% vision in the other eye. And understandably, even I was starting to get swayed by this. So I understand why a lot of the MMA community were like, bullshit. Bullshit. We don't believe him. We don't believe it's Andy Aspinall. It's his dad, number one. It's his manager. It's his team. Why hasn't a doctor said anything? Why hasn't a British doctor said? How come we've got two doctors over in the Middle East that say he's perfectly fine? He flies back home and all of a sudden it's his dad. And then on top of that as well, we get there's going to be news this week. This was last week. Last week we get there's going to be news this week, guys. Don't worry. The weekend comes. The weekend goes. We get UFC 324 announced, but we don't get any news from Tom Aspinall. Things are starting to look worse and worse for us Tom Aspinall fans. But finally, we get this beautiful, it's not good, but, it's vindicating. This deliciously vindicating drop from Team Aspinall to Mr. Thomas Paul Aspinall. Mr. Aspinall sustained significant... You guys are going to love me trying to read this. Oh, it's going to be good. Mr. Aspinall sustained significant bilateral ocular trauma during a professional sporting event in late October 2025. That's right, he was clawed in the eyes, mate. He was clawed in the eyes by someone who consistently cheats. And yet the entire MMA community has been giving it to Tom, not the guy who claws people in the eyes. These are the confirmed clinical findings, gentlemen. Advanced imaging, CT, and MRI confirmed orbital soft tissue trauma. Orthopic evaluations demonstrated impaired binocular coordination and restricted ocular motility. No one wants that. No one wants to have restricted ocular motility. That means you can't move your eyes. I'll break it down into layman's terms. I completely understand every word that's written here. I'll break it down for you guys. Restricted ocular motility. Imagine you can't do this. How are you going to see punches coming? Just think about it for a second. Bilateral traumatic Brown syndrome. I'll leave those for Guru. Indicating disruption of the superior oblique tendon, trochlear mechanism. Now that, you do not want that. Let me tell you. Listen, I don't need to break it down any further. Just trust me, you don't want that. Both of Tom's eyes got hurt in a very special way. And now one tiny muscle in his eye isn't working right. There's a little muscle in the eye that helps look side to side and up and down. And when it got poked, it got squished. And it happened in both eyes. Happened in both eyes at the same time. So both of the eyes have been swollen up with their muscles because of how badly Ciryl Gane poked them. Thank you. I knew that. I just wanted to double check. I'm just fact checking on the channel, just making sure I'm getting everything 100% correct. I knew that. I didn't need Grok to explain it to me like I was a 5-year-old. Moving on, he's got persistent double vision, especially in positions of up gaze and lateral gaze. Obviously not good. Reduced best corrected visual acuity post-Trump. Reduced best corrected visual acuity post-trauma. Marked peripheral visual field impaired, confirmed by automated... Does this mean that he can't see in a certain field of vision? Is that what this is saying down here? Marked peripheral visual field impaired. This means when Tom looks straight ahead, he can't see stuff very well anymore. He can't see stuff. When he looks straight ahead, he can't... So when Tom Aspinall's dad was like, he's like 50% blind, Tom Aspinall's dad was dead on. And he's got a cracked orbital wall as well. Craziness, but vindication. Absolute vindication. So no, it was not a clean bill of health from Tom Aspinall. And believe it or not, but some chick doctor in the Middle East giving it a quick once-over with her phone actually isn't enough of a medical test to tell whether or not somebody is blind or not. Now, I know the doctors over there were like, he's fine, but it takes a little bit more than the flashlight of an iPhone to be able to tell whether or not somebody can see. Obviously, things had to get back to Britain to be done properly. And yet, of course, it's still, MMA Twitter, which is just full of the biggest fucking morons in the world. They're just, once you hate somebody, you just hate someone, and you're never going to get off the train. People are doing everything to spin quitting over a little eye poke. We all know what we saw. I think if these are verified accounts, you've got to just fob them off as people trying to rage bait engagement. Look at the date on the report, and when the fight was, it's so obvious still that he quit, and they had to find a doctor to pay off to make a bullshit report. No, they didn't pay off a doctor. They just actually went and did some scans and did it properly, rather than just sitting in an office for a couple of hours and coming back and looking at it. Can you see yet, brother? Can you see yet, brother? Can you see it? No, can't see it, brother. Okay, maybe, they think you can see. No, it's getting late, brother. It might be end of day. You okay? Get out of here, brother. Go on, go. This one says, don't forget to mention that Salsa Boy has knocked out 2 grown men unconscious in the cage since the night his eyes were fucked a week after Tom got his romantically, just lightly, gently fingered by Ciryl Gane is all it was. Just a light, gentle fingering. Obviously, different eye pokes sustain different injuries. Whose fault is it here for the poke? How is this even a question? How do we even need to ask this? It's obviously Ciryl Gane's. And this brings me back around to my, original point that we had, which was, why does Ciryl Gane get yet another title shot? Alexander Volkov is sitting right there as the #1 contender. He has been screwed over by this entire situation forever. Waldo Ortiz Acosta has been doing all the work to make himself the #2 contender. If he beats Derek Lewis, obviously Waldo Ortiz Acosta deserves a title shot just off the activity and the entertainment alone, since we're just fucking handing out title shots willy-nilly. We're just making Paddy Pimblett magically the #5 ranked fighter in the world at lightweight and then giving him a title shot. Waldo Ortiz Acosta has actually earned it, right? And what has Ciryl Gane done? Lost every single title fight he's ever attempted, and in the most recent one, blatantly broken the rules yet again and caused long-term injury to the champion. You know what we should do? We should get him back in there. Why is this just assumed? The whole mentality, the whole collective consciousness of the MMA world is insane to me. It's John's fault, John's a quitter, and Ciryl Gane needs to get a chance to win his title back as soon as possible. Hang on a second. Ciryl Gane was up by 3 strikes at best. He's had 4 attempts at a title, and he's clawed out Tom Aspinall's eyes while there's other contenders in the rankings. This is the actual reality of what is going on here. Not, oh, poor Ciryl Gane, he didn't get a chance to win the belt because Tom Aspinall quit. The fuck is that idea? The fuck is that narrative? Anyone who needs to think, why did Tom Aspinall have to post this note about why his eyes are actually damaged? It's because the majority of the MMA community have been calling him a quitter, which I've been slowly being like, it's hard to argue against. It really is, especially with Andy Aspinall being the one to say that he is going blind and not a doctor. But now that we have a actual doctor's certificate or a doctor's note telling us what has happened, He's clearly been injured. The whole quitting, the whole Tom Aspinall as a quitter narrative, and I know people are still going to say it, because people love just like looking you dead straight in the face and saying something completely insane because they want to see you snap. But know that we are aware that you are just being a dickhead when you say Tom Aspinall quit. You are not a serious person. You are not a serious person at all. You should not be taken seriously at all if you are still out there saying that Tom Aspinall quit. If you are out there saying clean bill of health, you are just pushing your own propaganda, and you're meant to be the sort of person that, according to you, argues with only facts, logic, and reason. Yeah, that's the reason everyone hates you is because you just say the facts. Well, I shouldn't expect to hear clean bill of health anymore, should we? That's that. If this is your first time here, g'day, welcome. My name is Dougie. I make an MMA video all the bloody time. I go live all the bloody time as well. If you want to know when I go live, when a new video drops, hit that notification bell down there and that subscription button to know when all of that happens. Big shout out and a big thank you to all the bloody legends who support the channel. Your names are up on the next slide. And the best pickers in the Dougie's Corner live stream community. Your names are up on the next slide as well. Until then, you guys have yourselves a great day wherever you are. I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.